Namaskar, we have gathered at Fremont Library today. It's not a good occasion. We just saw a grueling news on the TV that in Kolkata, back in India, a young Indian doctor, a woman doctor, a trainee doctor was stabbed to death after rape. This is a very unlikely incident. It is one of the saddest incidents in the history of India, and we have really gathered here. The community is expressing condolence, and they are also expressing their resistance against what has happened. Bitan, you are leading the Bay Area Prabasi organization. It's a leading organization in Bay Area, and from last over 50 years, the organization has been helping the community and also doing cultural promotion, especially from the state of West Bengal. What's your take on this overall incident?
This is a heinous crime, Jasleen, and we just have gathered across all today here from all organizations. We are representing all the Bengalis in Bay Area, really coming together to say that justice should be served, and we should really condemn this, standing together, and hope that tomorrow is a better day for everyone.
তুমি বিচার পাবে
বিচার পাবে বিচার পাবে ভয় তুমি বিচার পাবে বিচার পাবে বিচার পাবে অভয়
তোমার স্বাধীন হবে
স্বাধীন হবে স্বাধীন হবে
অপরাধীর বিচার হোক
বিচার হোক বিচার হোক
we want
জাস্টিস
we want
জাস্টিস
we want
জাস্টিস
So, this has really been very unexpected, and what we are hearing is that someone who was volunteering at the hospital did not get a proper background check, and they might have been responsible. Probably the CBI has gone after them. So, what's your take on this?
So, numerous events that are not reported. I think what really needs to be done is, just like when I take a cab at 2 a.m. in America, I never have to think that I'm going to be raped or brutally murdered. I think that level of safety is being demanded by women all over the world, especially in India, where the rape situation is really bad. So what we are hoping is that we stand with our sisters, our mothers, our daughters, our friends back home in Kolkata, and we really want the perpetrators, no matter what their political affiliations are, to be caught. And if you want, especially in Bengal, where Durga and Mataji is so deeply respected, it cannot be lip service. It really needs to be a place where women feel safe at all hours of the day. This was a place of work, and she had gone to rest. And how could such a thing happen? How are we training our boys? How are we raising our children? I think that is, all of us would like to stand with our women friends and doctor friends all over India to say that this has to stop. Thank you.
তোমার মেয়ে আমার মেয়ে আরজি করে মরলকে তোমার মেয়ে আমার মেয়ে আরজি করে মরলকে তোমার মেয়ে আমার মেয়ে আরজি করে মরলকে তোমার মেয়ে আমার মেয়ে
So, the women all over the world are now in different professions, medical being one of the leading professions. Doctors save lives, and if doctors' lives are at risk just by doing some extra services in the hospital, especially in a government hospital in India, that's really shameful. What's your take, Mahua?
That is very true. In this case, unfortunately, she's a doctor, but this is true for any person. Any human being has the right to live safely, no matter what hour of the day, what she's wearing, where she's going, who she's going with. We know a no means a no, and in spite of that, these happen all the time in India. It's shameful. We need to protect our daughters, our mothers, our wives first.
So it's a second Nirbhaya case kind of that has happened again. The one in Delhi, we still have those bad memories in our hearts, and now it has happened in Kolkata. In between, there was a similar case in Hyderabad. So it has been occurring in different metros. At least it is coming to surface in metros. We don't know about other areas. We just heard that the statistics is too high on the rape and murder cases back in India, probably 90 every day. What's your take?
Just as you said that there are so many cases, first and foremost what we want is, if India is shining, then where the 50% of the population is not being protected. So why not is the first question to all the authority out there. And the second question is that rape is a heinous crime. Over that, this kind of a murder of the person, this is just not acceptable. So better do something about it, and do it now.
Justice. We want justice. We want justice. We want justice.
So it's time that we all raise our voices to protect the female. Durga Puja is a big festival back in Bengal. We worship Lord Durga, and at the same time, if we can't respect our mothers, our daughters, our wives, then our sisters, that's really bad. Amrita, what's your take on this incident?
I just want justice. We all want justice. That's all I can say. I'm sorry. I can say.
We want justice!
Yes.
We want justice.
We want justice!
We want justice.
We want justice!
We want justice.
What's your opinion about this?
This is a brutal act. Just imagine we consider doctor and the cop as God, right? When we are in trouble, they are the people who come to our mind. And if God starts acting like a devil, what can happen? This needs to be stopped. No one is safe. The girls needs to be more safe. Government needs to come out with policies and make some strict rules so that before somebody try to think about doing such criminal act, they should think twice. So government needs to do something. They need to step up and do something for the society.
We are also hearing that the parents were not allowed to meet the deceased daughter. The body, which was half naked, was kept in hiding from the parents for at least 3 hours, and they had to wait so long. And this was another saddening part, that the crime was not being revealed. It was told as being suicide or something, and only after the post-mortem it was inferred that such an incident had happened. In India, it sometimes bringing out the facts also takes very long. Some cases in the court take years and years. What's your take on the judicial system?
So what I feel is, just like others said, that we want justice. Not only that, we want no cover up from any sector. So yeah, so that's my take on this.
You want to say something?
I just want to say it's 77 years, not a small number. 77 years since independence. And if even now we cannot guarantee a safe place for women, it's shame. Shame. Shame on all of us. Shame on the Indian government. Shame on the West Bengal government. Shame on everyone who is part of this system. You got to do something. Time to change. It's enough.
So we are all very angry. The community is full of anger, and they are all looking for justice. Sudipto, you have been leading Bay Area Prabasi, this beautiful non-profit organization representing West Bengal for many, many years. With your great contributions to the society, I know you are deeply saddened by this. What would you say?
First of all, this is actually much bigger than people over here and the community and the organization. This is a global crisis, and then the West Bengal government and Indian government, CBI, the judicial system needs to respond to this and bring justice within next 48 hours. And then we need to kind of look at it from the long-term perspective. How do we sort of protect the women? Once in our place, the women were being given the highest respect. Calcutta was one of the city where the most number of lady drivers were there on the road. We felt very safe. Our parents, our sisters, they felt very safe growing up. But what's happening over the time, especially in last few years, it's very, very shameful. So we need to look at it on this specific incident, but also we look at it a little bit broader, so that way we can really make some pivotal changes to bring the justice, and the judicial system need to be protecting our women, and especially who dedicate their life to the well-being of the community and the humanity.
So we are also hearing that the principal was made to resign, but he was at the same time given another prestigious position in another medical college in the city of Kolkata, which is again subject to a lot of questions and without much probing and without much getting details on how this all happened, under whose leadership this happened. Hearing these kind of news is also very, very disturbing. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I want to remind that August 9 last year was when a Jadavpur University student was claimed to have committed suicide. And again this year, August 9, another claimed suicide by the Sarjikar doctor. So this seems to be some kind of modus operandi of the West Bengal government or what, I don't know. But this is simply not acceptable. So, and they claim that their police is the best in the world. So a best police in the world cannot identify a dead body which has committed suicide and which has been raped and murdered. This is absurd, and this is just, we can't accept this anymore.
You want to talk about this?
Yeah, what has happened is, brutal, unthinkable, and totally condemnable. But what has happened after that is even unthinkable, that the lack of transparency, the lack of trust on the Kolkata police, which is supposed to be a very talented organization. I watched the live stream by the Kolkata High Court, and the way they operated, it's very evident that they just wanted to hide everything and tamper the evidences. So I hope that, I still have faith on the system. I hope that it has been taken by CBI and something comes out of this, and something comes out on the long run also, not just the short term.
So this severe incident has totally shaken our trust in the system and in the way the girls are treated in India. The safety of girls is totally at peril. No more parents from US will encourage their children to go back to India and take education or serve there. This is very discouraging for one and all. Anyone who would like to add anything?
As a mom of a growing girl, I'm scared to the core. I was just telling my daughter while coming here that I'm not sure if I really want you to go back to India and do something there.
Kolkata, when we think of our city, we think of it like it is the intellectual capital of the country, and we take a lot of pride in our city because we have grown up thinking like it is a very safe space for us. And in a city like that, when someone gets raped and murdered in their workplace, that too a woman doctor, and the way the whole administration is trying to hush it up, this is unacceptable, this is embarrassing, and this is outrageous. This is simply outrageous. We cannot live with this. And when our chief minister is a woman herself, and we have 12 MPs who are women and they are doing nothing about it, this is just not acceptable. Something needs to be done.
গভর্নমেন্ট এই জঘন্য অপরাধের জবাব চাই, জবাব দাও, জবাব চাই, জবাব দাও, জবাব চাই, জবাব দাও, জবাব চাই, জবাব দাও.
So hope the justice will be served, and our community will definitely get some answer. They are expecting some response in 48 hours and let the criminal be hung. We really want some strict rules and some stringent regulations back in India so that sexual assaults can be prevented and such kind of incidents do not occur.
Let it very distant relatives, but the wound is at a very personal level. So for last few nights it's sleepless. So we need to make it at a movement, like how we did for the Nirbhaya. Abhaya needs to be the same, Tilottama needs to be the same. So that's why we are standing here in solidarity, so we can make this as a movement and compel the government to lift all the cover up and take out the real story. We want to know what exactly happened. A life gone too soon. It's not needed.
We want president's rule. I think it's high time we come forward and take step that another Abhaya or Nirbhaya doesn't happen again in 12, 14 years, or maybe next year. We need to raise our voice against this. As women, this is brutal. We can't continue like this.
I just wanted to add that these people become bigger than,
more sensitive towards these issues, and it's pathetic that after so many years of independence, today a girl strives hard. She competes with all the other people in society to achieve something, and this is what she lands up with. This is something that just cannot be ignored. It's very sad, very pathetic, and it's a shame on us. And I, as a very senior citizen, feel, I feel choked. I cannot express. This is barbaric. This cannot be. This is not acceptable.
So one thing I wanted to add is that this happened to a girl inside a hospital. It wasn't like any road or anything. Even then it's horrible. But inside a hospital or workplace, you cannot even imagine it basically.